Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Man United handed a huge injury boost as Wan-Bissaka returns to training. Manchester United have been handed a major injury boost, with English defender Aaron Wan-Bissaka returning to full team training, according to the Daily Mail. The 25-year-old is making significant strides on his path to full fitness at the club's Carrington headquarters, marking a promising turn in his road to recovery. The right back has spent the better part of the last 6 weeks confined to the treatment room after sustaining a hamstring injury in the closing stages of Man United's defeat to Brighton and Hove Albion on September 16. He was only introduced in the 85th minute of the Old Trafford defeat, replacing Argentine centre-back Lisandro Martinez, but still struggled to see out the fixture with a hamstring problem. Having missed a significant period of action, the former Crystal Palace defender has rejoined the rest of Erik ten Hag's squad in team training and is close to being available for selection. Man United are hopeful he can complete the final stages of his revelation over the next 10 days, with the defender expected to miss Sunday's mouth-watering Manchester derby. The Red Devils welcome Manchester City to Old Trafford in the weekend's blockbuster fixture before hosting Newcastle United in the fourth round of the Carabao Cup on Wednesday night. While the Manchester derby may come too soon for the right back, his return hands Ten Hag's side a significant boost in the injury department. The Red Devils have been plagued with injuries since the start of the season, especially in the defensive areas, which has contributed to their poor start to the season. Rafael Varane, Sergio Reguilon, Johnny Evans, Tyrell Malacia, and Wan-Bissaka have all spent spells on the sidelines due to injury this season, with Luke Shaw and Martinez still long-term absentees. Wan-Bissaka made 5 Premier League appearances before sustaining his injury problem, contributing 1 assist. Man United welcome Man City to the theatre of dreams on the back of a 3-match winning streak, but they can be under no illusions about the uphill task that awaits on Sunday. Alejandro Garnacho risks ban for deleted social media post on Onana. Manchester United youngster Alejandro Garnacho risks a ban following his Instagram post on goalkeeper Onana earlier this week, according to The Telegraph. The Red Devils picked up a third straight win on Tuesday night. They secured a 1-0 victory over Copenhagen in the Champions League after Onana's penalty save in stoppage time. Following the game, Garnacho published a picture of his teammates celebrating with Onana. The Argentina used gorilla emojis to describe the goalkeeper's performance. The teenager soon deleted the post due to social media outrage, but Onana defended him last night, saying that Garnacho meant power and strength and nothing else. Despite this, the club graduate could risk a potential suspension, considering Manchester City's Bernardo Silva was handed a 1-match ban for a similar incident involving Benjamin Mendy. Back in 2019, the Portuguese compared a photo of Mendy as a child with the mascot for Spanish chocolate brand. Mendy was fine with it, but the FA decided to suspend Silva. The 19-year-old was obviously excited by Onana's late heroics against Copenhagen in midweek. He was quick to praise him, but the gorilla emojis did not go well with some fans. He quickly realized his mistake and deleted the post in a short notice, but FA authorities are still considering the next step, as Garnacho's reaction has breached the rules. A quick resolution of the matter may not be expected. The FA took 3 weeks to make a final decision in Silva's case, and we could see something similar with regards to Garnacho. Hence, Garnacho should be in the matchday squad for the Manchester derby at Old Trafford. He could have a role to play off the bench, having provided the winning assist in the same game in January. Andre Onana defends Garnacho over social media post and says matters should end there. Manchester United's Andre Onana has taken to social media to defend his teammate Alejandro Garnacho following reports that the youngster could receive a ban for a social media post about the goalkeeper. According to the Manchester Evening News, the attacker is facing disciplinary action for a post that could be deemed to have racist connotations. The 19-year-old posted a photograph of Onana and other teammates celebrating the goalkeeper's last gap penalty heroics shortly after Tuesday night's 1-0 Champions League group game win over Copenhagen, and including a gorilla emoji. The Argentina star quickly deleted the post after he was advised of how the post could be perceived. The FA are aware of the post and could charge the teenager with what would be a breach of the racially sensitive social media post guidelines. Onana has now taken to social media to defend Garnacho, stating that he knows what the youngster meant by the post. Onana said, "People cannot choose what I should be offended by. I know exactly what Garnacho meant. Power and strength. This matter should go no further." Although the goalkeeper understands where his teammate is coming from, that doesn't mean that the player won't be punished. The FA will likely make a decision very soon, with Man United's next game being against rivals Man City. The real reason why Erik Ten Hag dropped Jadon Sancho versus Arsenal. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag was displeased with Jadon Sancho's involvement in training in the lead up to the Arsenal clash, according to The Athletic. The England international is currently suspended by the club following his outburst towards the manager following the 3-1 defeat at the Emirates Stadium last month. The Athletic have now revealed the real reason why Sancho was dropped against the Gunners. In the final training session, Sancho was asked to replicate the Gunners' playing style against the starting 11, which Ten Hag had selected. The same was the case for other non-starters. However, the 23-year-old failed to commit to the drill as expected in Ten Hag's eyes. The manager had an issue with Sancho's pressing, but the forward disagreed with the point of view. The former Borussia Dortmund man has shown no signs of backing down from his dispute with the manager. He has no plans to apologize for his comment after the Arsenal game. It has recently been reported that there is no way back for him. Ten Hag wants to stamp his authority on the team, and he has asked the hierarchy to consider parting ways with Sancho. In our view, the attacker is unlikely to secure a permanent move this winter with his huge wages and the lack of playing time in recent weeks. A temporary deal seems the ideal solution. Juventus and Borussia Dortmund are in contention to sign him. Sancho would ideally prefer a reunion with the latter. He was a huge hit in the Bundesliga with regular goal contributions. United may have to contribute a portion of his wages as part of the short-term loan. Man United looking to build up Kobby Mayo's minute as he targets full return to fitness. Manchester United are looking to build up Kobby Mayo's minute as he looks to return to full fitness following his knee injury, according to Manchester Evening News. The 18-year-old was hugely impressive during the early part of pre-season. He produced a standout performance against Arsenal, where he registered an assist and won 100% of his duels. The club graduate had a passing accuracy of 96%. However, he picked up a knee injury in the following game against Real Madrid. Casemiro's deliberate push on Rodrigo saw him fall onto his knee. That ended a bright summer for the youngster, but he definitely has a huge future ahead of him with United. Maino was recently in action for the club in the Under-19s Youth Champions League clash against Copenhagen. He was substituted at halftime. The teenager could be involved again for the Under-21s in the Premier League 2 clash against Fulham on Friday. United are currently aiming to build up Maino's minutes such that he can attain full match fitness. Maino was brilliant from midfield for United in pre-season. He made a huge impression, and there were suggestions that he could get regular minutes in the new campaign. However, he suffered a freak injury against Madrid in the United States. The youngster is now working his way back to full fitness and could feature for the reserve side in the near future. In the long run, Maino could be integrated into manager Erik ten Hag's plans. He may not be a starter this season, but certainly has the talent to make cameo appearances. Maino could return to the matchday squad when United entertain Newcastle United in the Carabao Cup fourth round tie, which is scheduled at Old Trafford on November 1. Manchester United ready to sign David De Gea again on a free transfer. Manchester United want to sign David De Gea on a short-term deal and are pleading with the Spanish goalkeeper to return to the club, according to The Sun. The Red Devils are set to be without Andre Onana when the Africa Cup of Nations kicks off in January, and he could miss plenty of games depending on how far Cameroon advance in the competition. Man United are preparing for life without the former Inter Milan goalie and are now hoping to re-sign De Gea on a free transfer. The 32-year-old is still a free agent and without a club since he was released by the Red Devils in July after they opted against renewing his deal. Manager Erik ten Hag wanted a goalie capable of playing out from the back, and he reunited with the former Ajax star. Man United also signed Turkey international Altay Bayındır from Fenerbahce in the summer, but Tom Heaton would be the only other goalie at the club during the AFCON, and Ten Hag wants a quality option, hence the proposed move for De Gea. Onana has been under pressure since joining the Red Devils, constantly struggling with the basics of goalkeeping and also failing with his ball-playing skills. He redeemed himself with a wonderful performance against Copenhagen in the Champions League, saving a last-gasp penalty kick, but it has not stopped Man United from making contingency plans ahead of January. De Gea spent 12 years at the club after joining them from Atletico Madrid and was initially offered reduced terms to remain at the Theatre of Dreams, with his wages being slashed from £375,000 a week to £200,000. However, that deal was taken off the table in the end, and while he was linked with a move to Saudi Arabia, nothing materialized, and he has continued to train on his own. It remains to be seen whether De Gea will be open to returning to Man United, given that he will not be guaranteed a starting berth, and it will be intriguing to see how things unfold. Richard Arnold expected to leave his role as Man United CEO. Richard Arnold is reportedly expected to leave his role as Manchester United Chief Executive Officer if Sir Jim Ratcliffe lands a minority stake. The chairman of the Ineos Group is set to buy a 25% stake in United for £1.3 billion after Sheikh Jassim pulled out of the takeover race. But if the British billionaire finalizes his ownership stake, Arnold will probably leave, per The Athletic. Former Juventus CEO Jean-Claude Blanc, who currently oversees the entire Ineos sport portfolio, is under consideration for the role. Ratcliffe wants sporting control for his proposed investment and plans to shake up the club structure. However, it's not clear at this point the exact timeline of Arnold's departure. Given the complexities involved, Ratcliffe's bid for a minority stake could take several weeks, and the 52-year-old will continue in his role in that period. Arnold has been at United since joining the club as a group commercial director in 2007. The British accountant replaced Ed Woodward as United CEO in February. Arnold has played an instrumental role in growing United global appeal. He has overseen the signing of several lucrative sponsorship contracts, including deals with Chevrolet and Adidas. However, he received plenty of criticism over the club's handling of the Mason Greenwood case. After the charges were dropped against the player, Arnold told the executive leadership in August they were planning to reintegrate Greenwood with the first team. But following a massive backlash from supporters, charities, and MPS, the Red Devils announced they would not reinstate the 22-year-old. Sir Jim Ratcliffe reassures Ineos creditors over source of funds for Man United investment. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has informed concerned Ineos creditors that he will tap into his personal wealth to finance his partial investment in Manchester United. The 71-year-old is set to complete a partial 25% investment in United that will essentially make him a minority owner of his boyhood club. The breakthrough for Sarajam came after his main competitor in the United takeover race, Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani, withdrew his bid. It's expected that the Ineos billionaire will be granted full control of the Red Devils' sporting operations. Reports relied that Sarajam is already planning a radical overhaul of United's technical setup, with the likes of Paul Mitchell and Sir David Brailsford poised to join him. The job of United chief executive Richard Arnold is also not safe, with the 52-year-old expected to step down when everything has been completed and an official announcement made. Bloomberg gave some insight into the source of Sir James' funds with respect to purchasing a 25% stake in United. The Financial Journal reports British businessman Jim Ratcliffe's Ineos Group reassured creditors that he won't tap companies in his chemical empire to finance a planned offer for a stake in Manchester United. Executive at Ineos Quattro, a petrochemical unit of Ratcliffe's group, told creditors on Monday that funding for the football team wouldn't come from the company. He plans to use his personal wealth for any deal, people with knowledge of the matter said. As per Bloomberg, the discussions took place on a call earlier this week. The main objective of the meeting was to deliberate on Ineos Quattro's strategy and outlook for the chemical industry. Ryan Scandalam, deputy head of Europe at Lucror Analytics, who was present during the call, remarked, management categorically stated that Quattro's liquidity would not be available to fund the private project of Ineos Limited's owners. It's understood that Sergem will be joined at United by fellow Ineos shareholders Andy Curry and John Rees. Nevertheless, there remain genuine reservations that Sergem's pursuit of United would translate to paying more dividends to shareholders in the event that additional cash is needed for the investment. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.